Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hey guys, it's Stockopolis. Today we're going to talk about dividend investing and diversification. Diversification. Whoa. Oh. I should just give you a link to the Jack Tran video and why he sold his dividend stocks, but we're going to try to keep it simple. Hopefully the volume doesn't fade in and out, but if it does, I apologize once again.
Every day.
But some things you need to understand about compound interest.
Show me the way.
It takes time to compound.
Every day.
See this chart right here? It starts as a linear growth, okay? So if you only have $5,000, you need to start at like 16 years old. If you start at 35, 40, the outcome is insane. Next, you have taxes. And I'm not a believer in diversification. I don't believe you can hedge risk. I believe you can, what you can do is intelligently take risks based on probabilities. You can't eliminate the risk. Stop trying. Take example, the VTI fund in the United States. This tries to diversify across the entire country and all 6,000, whatever the number is, stocks. Then someone comes along and they talk about the butterfly effect. It's a big, huge Austrian circle jerk bonanza. Another thing, why you should take an educated guess over trying to hedge risk. If you could predict interest rates accurately 4 times in a row, you would have more money than God the Creator, peace be among us, Holy Allah. Seriously, guys, just 4 times in a row, if you could pick the long-term interest rate accurately, you would quadruple, bazam, your wealth. It would be insane. The history of people doing that accurately is slim to none, to put it mildly. If you do happen to be one of those Jiminy Crickets, the Oscar Mayer Scrooges, or a Jack Boyle that started a VC Ponzi scheme from Silicon Valley, and you have a large chunk of cash lying around, you want to do 80-20, the standard investing, 80 stocks, 20 bonds. But what you want to do is you want to take the returns and the money from that, and you want to put them into muni bonds. Those are safe investments. If you have to diversify at the state level. That's all. It's as simple as that. That's the best tax incentives. If you're worried about Uncle Sam, show me the way, taking a whole 3.4% over a lifetime. So 10 minus 9.4, because if it has higher than a 10% dividend payout, it's probably too much risk. You have to seriously be a sector expert. Like, if you want to invest in gold, you're better off investing in the paper, not the precious metals. Don't listen to the hype, but you would have to be educated to the level where you could pick out the individual junior gold miner companies. Okay? If you don't possess that information burden, I wouldn't do it. This is for Jack B. Nimbles and Jack B. Quicks. What's left of the American middle class. This is a video targeted at you guys. I want to help you. I want you to help be managed. You can if you want. If you want to send me 1%, I would be forever grateful. But you don't have to send me 1% or 100 points on the spread for me distributing this information. In fact, 20 years from now, if you want to send me back the results, I would be ecstatic. But just to review, the problem with dividend investing is taxes, the amount of money you use, and the age you start at. If you start at 16, you can invest in almost anything except for Chesapeake Energy, and you would have been fine. But be reasonable about it. Would you be the person to hold Chesapeake Energy until it's a literal penny stock and then ride it all the way back up? Because the lesson in that isn't to cut something like the granddaddy of investors says, not Jack Boyle, the other one with white hair, Mr. White Guy, is to find something at a discount and to ride it back up. That's the real secret. Intelligent risk taking. Like if you bought the AMLP oil dividend stock when the market fell, you could ride that for the next 2 years, no problem. Excellent returns, above the market return of the S&P. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. You diversify with sectors. Not, like I said, you could buy the VTI, and then you could hedge against that with the UVXY, the volatility tracker, and then you have all the Greek letters that we're not going to talk about because it's over exaggeration. They're not God. Their models are not predictive. Okay? Astrology is more predictive than price to earning ratios. People who literally sell courses about using sun cycles to pick their stock can, on average, duplicate or better the return of price to earnings ratio. So until the bubble that is investing in finance in the first place and the Pareto distribution that it is known by the homeless guy on the corner, nothing is going to change. You need to be a devout believer in Pareto distributions. That is the power of now, guys. For real. For real. So 80-20 is what you want to do. 80% stocks and 20% municipal bonds. Next, with the 80%, you do half and half. Especially if you're bullish on one single stock, then I would do half calls, half puts. So that way you get free leverage. Leverage is going to be next week's topic. But you want leverage and you want an edge. Whether that's because oil prices have fallen so far to ride it back up. Whether that you know that the Federal Reserve is going to maintain zero interest like they have since virtually 2008. Understanding simple exponential growth will go a long way. Always be educating yourself. You're going to have a lot of time while you're biting your nails and stabbing yourself in the leg while your stock keeps dropping 100 pips. Seeing as how you long-term holders say you'll never sell. But somebody's selling. That's what starts the cascade of the downtrend. But you guys are all these stoics. You never panic. You're rational actors. You give credence to all these crazy Huey economic theories about a rational man. And I'm just weak. And I can't hang. So I'm going to use the probabilities. And I'm going to have an edge. With the muni bonds, that's if I know. The muni bond, you can do the same thing. If it has an ETF, you can bet against it with a put option or a call option. But say I'm in Massachusetts and I know they've been building, and it's in a growth expansion phase, then I'll capture that and then I'll write it down. And a little bit of money goes a long way with enough time. That, and be humble and be grateful for what you have. If you have $100,000 a year, you're in the 1%. Congratulations. Bye now.